Hi, my name is Crystal Ryan, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about myself and why I wrote my book. You know it's a game, right? The game of life, how to play it, love it, win it. I never imagined that I would write a book like this, but I felt compelled to because I know that my story will serve as a survival guide for somebody else. 6 years ago, my life looked beautiful from the outside. I had a loving husband, 2 amazing boys, I was running half marathons and a successful small business, but inside I was exhausted. I had normalized stress, I was planning for every possible outcome and punishing myself when those things didn't go as planned. The ugly truth was that I wasn't participating in my beautiful life, I was running security around it. Like an earthquake, pressure that had been building for decades finally surfaced. On June 30th, 2019, when trauma from my past collided with my present, my life quaked and my inner world collapsed. At 42, I realized that I had built my entire life on the illusion of control and that I had been living in survival mode for decades. The shock broke my mind and my body followed. I developed neuropathy, an autoimmune condition where I literally couldn't feel. Emotional numbness had become physical numbness, and yet every medical test I took said that I was normal. Defeated and exhausted, I finally surrendered. And that, my friends, is where the magic happens. Shortly after, I decided to take a road trip, and I downloaded Audible for the first time. And the first recommendation that showed up in my list was The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. And the opening literally knocked the wind out of me and breathed new life in at the same time. And it said, most people consider life a battle, but it is not a battle, it is a game. For the next 2.5 hours, I sat in my car and I listened to the entire book. I went from irritated to illuminated, and I never left my driveway. The book changed the trajectory of my life. Although it was 100 years old, with outdated stories and religious references that I had a really hard time swallowing, I couldn't deny the truth in what she was saying. But my logical mind still needed evidence. And as they say, when the student is ready, the teachers appear. And man, did they ever. Scientists, psychologists, mystics, spiritual leaders, all this ancient wisdom came out of the woodwork, from Joe Dispenza to Bruce Lipton, from Jesus to Buddha, neuroscientists to indigenous teachings, all pointing to the same truths. We are more powerful than we've been taught. Fear is our training, not our truth. And love isn't just a feeling, it's a force. This book is for anyone who feels trapped in survival mode. It's about reclaiming your power, shifting perspective, and stopping the fight so you can start playing the game. I don't call this a self-help book, I call it a self-remembering book, because if you've been living in survival mode, the rules that you've been following are your training. They're not your truth. I'm not a guru or an influencer. I never planned to be an author. I am simply a human that has lived this work. And along the way, I have earned certifications in positive psychology, spiritual awakening, mindfulness, meditation, self-care. But the one certificate that I'm most proud of, that I have spent hours and blood, sweat, and tears earning, is my birth certificate. I am a trained and certified, trusted human, and I am here to remind people that life is a game. We are here to play it, love it, and win it. Thank you.